Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm First and we're back today with some more SpellRogue. So, I know as I'm recording this, there has been a mini update which has released like a new poison spell, I believe, or something like that. We've unlocked custom modes as well, and you know, we've gone through a good amount. We're going back to Hazel this time around, doing the first one again. And what are we going to pick? What does regrowth do? Ooh, sapling. I do like that. Let's go full sapling build, and we're going Descent 4 this time as we've done Descent 3 last time. So, let's see how we do. Yeah, there's been a small update. They released a new poison spell, I believe, and like did some bug fixing and stuff like that, which is kind of nice. During normal battles, enemies start with 2 power. It's not actually that bad. Yeah? Non-enchanted dice roll sees Vex, but I get 50 gold. Don't think it's worth it. Oh, pay 50 gold to take that. Ugh. I think that's a terrible decision. Although, that can actually have a good sign, you know. Like, it can actually have good things. Enemies debuffing spells hit 1 additional spell, Jinx. I think that's more dangerous than you think it is, especially like the debuff ones, because they can do all sorts of stuff. We'll take Deadly. I think that's fine. If I get some early defense, will be good. And then we shall take an early shop, I think. Yeah, an early shop could be an option to get me early defense. I'm here straight into the 2 elites from there. So that is the plan. The plan is set. So, when I go sapling, it helps me get, you know, another die for an extra turn and stuff like that. We can +1 value this, we get another 1 as well to get a more odd die, and so on and so forth, which is kind of awesome. Although all the enemies are now stronger with more health, so got to watch out for that. Got to watch out. With Earth Spike, is it that necessary to... Like this there's 13, which means like, yeah, I'm good to do that. Although I probably shouldn't have done it that way. That's fine. Oh, it's the front one. I see my issue here. Yeah, we'll get the kill on it anyway, it's fine. I guess we'll just get my 1 defense because of my strange reflection to actually, like, reading what cards do. It is hilarious. I do it to myself every single time. Oh, even only. Interesting. Earth Spike is pretty good damage, though. Just no choice in the matter of who I hit. I do like this. Fortitude, really good card. 6 for 6 armor, and then on deplete, gain a barrier, which is just really good as well. Most of the time I end up going this route with it, because the extra armor early is pretty good, as well as then you being able to gain barrier a lot easier. So I will pick up Fortitude. I like it as one of my favourite spells, to be honest. But then I like scaling stuff anyway, right? I do like scaling stuff. Yeah, let's go shop. So we got some good defense options already. Yeah. Not what you want to see. I'll just get a 6 straight away. Because that gives me some good armor. We can check an odd in here to at least do that. And to be honest, I might as well just do that. Like, there's no point in me trying to give this thing more attack unless I can attack it in a way that it just deals less damage, right? I can just have a look at trying to, like, trigger this 3 times in the turn. That is a good amount of armor. That's a good setup. I know I'm being passive on this one, but I don't really take any more extra health damage than necessary, right? Like, this turn is kind of the turn I was looking for, in a way. So always have 6, it's just an extra 1, we got the 6 there, so we can even deal damage this turn. We gain that barrier. What the barrier does, it cancels out the hit I just took. I know, amazing, right? Put that in there, I can gain some armor, we'll do that just to gain that, and then put a 3 there. Nothing wrong with being passive. You know? Only if I could gain 1 more, right? I could take the hit, but I'd rather take the hit when it doesn't just double its damage by doing that. You know? And I got really bad rolls here. Like, this alone is enough, I think, just to defend. Yeah, something kind of better, I guess. That's a 3. Put that in there, we get like a good split. No, I did not. So, a 6 can go in there. We'll take that and that to gain more armor, and then we'll just deal those 7 damage. Now, if I get like 3 6s or something, we can deal with this. Which we did not. That's 10. Nah, it's not worth it. Just try and defend up here. I was thinking of taking like a bit of damage to try and get like a next turn kill, but I think that would actually work terribly. But this should be a kill now. There we go. Play it safe. There's no need to worry about it, right? There's no need to rush things. I think that's what I did a lot of other runs, is I rushed them too quickly. Okay. I do like Wild Strikes. And if I get good, like, power scaling or something with it, like, it's just really good. Now, pick up the shard. Go do the shot. See what we get here. Thorn Lash, interesting. Convert block into power, then drain. I'm not a fan of the drain, that's the only problem. And you gain 1 life steal. Seems like a great card, and I think like if you get like a good way of stacking armor, it's pretty good. But yeah, not really what I want. Gain potency. Call of the Void, and apply broken to another random spell. Just a permanent +1/+1 on dice rolling. And Dark Arts, we had a run with this, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like, really surprised. This scales so well with this upgrade at +5, right? Even if you get this on just like a 5 it triggering on countdown, I think this is, like, I underrated this spell. And if you haven't seen the run, go back and watch it. I would put a link up, but I don't know how to do that, so... Maybe I'll figure out how to put it up on the top, maybe, and link it in for here later down the line. But yeah, no, it was a really good run. I wanted defense more than anything else, right? That's what I was kind of going for. I do like gaining thorns. I think that's a good other option for an offensive spell, right? Compared to everything else, it's kind of what I want. Ah, Life Force Essence. Just gain max health. Do we want to go Wild Strikes? I'll keep it. It still could be worthwhile, but I don't think I want anything else in the shop. I could take Dark Arts. It is really good, but... yeah. Now, what are we upgrading? What are we upgrading? Could do this, just so the fact that when I do gain the barrier, it's just twice effective. Or just do it twice, so I gain the more immediate block, and also gain the barrier over time. I think we'll do that. The Fortitude is really good. I mean, for the extra barrier scaling stuff, right? So as long as I deplete this, I can keep using it. The game just really is out to get me, isn't it? So the good thing now is like I can set this up just to like take less damage in the long run. I'll accept a bit of damage here just to kind of save this. So we do that 3 into a 6. This gains the barrier. And then take a Thorn Lash. Now you've got now thorns. Oh no. Not the one thing I cared about. Can you divide in like a good way? No, it probably won't. It did divide in a good way. I thought it wouldn't. I did see a pretty tap. The Thorns is really good. I enjoy messing around with Thorns when I get the opportunity to, right? Because in essence, it oh, normal battles, the enemies start with 2 power. Interesting, so it doesn't do elites. Hey, I ain't gonna knock it. Take a bit of damage. Yeah, because like triggering this twice has already worked as magic as such, right? I gotta remember I can actually rank these up to 3 and still do like 6 damage instead. Uh-oh. The worst way possible. Do I just take 18? I'd use the potion here, I think. And then we defend up a little bit as well. Another 8. We're all good. We are all good. And then 5. Nice. So yeah, Thorn Lash, Fortitude. I think we've got a run on our hands already. Between all of these, Kill Shot's interesting, but kind of meh. Complete roll of 5 or a 6. This, just for even-wise, is really good. Especially with the upgrade, because I can keep getting like 5 or so 6s, which I can upgrade and go straight into Fortitude. So it would replace Earth Spike, and does pretty much the same thing as Earth Spike as well, just slightly better. I like that. I would like Carapace as well, because once you've cast it, at least like once, it still gives a good amount of armor with the upgrade, rather than going straight into 2. Let's take Rock Slide. Get rid of Earth Spike, and then we upgrade it, I think. Because this means like any 2 evens, I get to roll a 5 or a 6, which can go into here with another 5 or a 6, which they kind of combo into each other, right? Pay gold to gain an artifact. Yes, please. What do we get? Gain poison? No. On enemy? No. Gain fortify. Yeah, I do like that. Just an extra block. Like an extra block means on my fortitude is a good 9 now, which is pretty good defense. I think it does, right? Oh, turn 2 gain it, okay. Thought it was turn 1. My bad. Oh, so with this fight, I guess we want to, we do this, and this. Roll the 5 or a 6, upgrade this twice, upgrade that once. Then just gain the 2 6s, gain that barrier already. We gain the fortitude as well, so this now does 9, this is +1. So 14 damage. We can defend ourselves with this. We can put a 3 in there to gain some thorns back. And here we might just do a bit more damage, right? We're already fully defended, so. If I have a way to get -1, like a -1 on it, it'd be, you know, a lot better, but eh. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Yeah, we just do this, get the 2 6s, we take a bit of damage, but we'll fully defend, and then just deal full mash damage to ramp up our thorns. Because this doesn't scale power, only it will scale its attacks, which is kind of bad for it, I guess. And we'll slowly chip away, while also creating extra opportunities for us just to gain more barrier. So this is what I kind of said earlier when like I need like some other form of like power scaling at the moment. Because at the moment, like, I will eventually just, like, lose to a fight like this, kind of, in a way, right? Oh, nice, a 6. I kind of got lucky. So barrier is nice, because I can stack it up, and I will keep gaining it, and eventually I'll be able to, like, stop one attack from just, like, the barrier alone. But most of these enemies will eventually just outscale me anyway. So there's not much I can really do about that. I'm liking the fact that the fortitude goes off before you get the burn now. At least I think, did I always do it that way? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. So, even, deal damage. Ooh, and a 6, delightful. I take 1. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we win at this point now anyway, unless the game really wanted to ruin me, which it almost did, by the way. It almost did. So power is interesting. Sacred Shimmer. Just to roll an extra dice. It's extra damage and chip damage, plus I get the ability to kind of do other stuff, although, eh. Old Toss is kind of interesting, and so power is just a way to gain extra power scaling, if we wanted to go that route. But I think we're on the defensive route with this sort of build. So like Thorn Lash is probably getting my upgrade here to get like 2 Thorns. Or anything else as well, like the extra health, that would be good, but yeah. I think we reroll these. Impure Offering, we receive a curse, gain 2 foresight. Curse isn't really that bad. I am going to take Impure Offering. We're going to put it in the build, and I'm going to find out if that's any good. Because I think the issue I have at the moment is, right, is I don't have enough dice to produce the outcome I want most of the time, right? So So I end up just dumping stuff. Just to try and, like, satisfy the criteria of being able to, like, complete something. I could have got more out of that dice there, but... Here now, though, I have more dice to work with. So I don't need to worry about, like, what else can I generate. And because, like, I can do this to get, like, No, I'm doing that. A 5 or a 6... Don't do that. Be careful. Like, I'm able to set up my defense a lot more easily. And also then still have enough room to go Impure Offering, Ancient Thorns. Nice. So, even. Attack you. Even. Attack you. 2 5s. Well, I guess my Thorn Lash doesn't go up if we want to do this. If I want to get the Impure Offering off. Which is kind of what I wanted to be able to do anyway. But it's fine, right? Take 1 damage. Everyone else takes a little bit of damage as well. Yeah, I'm liking the Impure Offering. I think it doesn't really synergize with what I'm trying to do very well in some cases, but at the same time, I don't think it kind of is as bad as it could be, yeah? So I can't... Oh, I can still generate the 2 6s. And then we just do a Thorn Lash here. Yeah, not really using the Bulwark. Maybe I should have just, like, upgraded Thorn Lash to at least have that extra instead to start with, right? So I just go... small amount of damage there, just so I can get the 5 back. Then we'll just set up defense. And I defend. Oh, you're attacked for 10. That's really unfair. Yeah, I would just kill you off then. Poor decisions were made. I could have played that better. I guess I hadn't played defend anyway. But yes, poor decisions were made. The main thing here is I'm still doing Thorn damage, so it's not like it's that bad, and I can get a Rock Slide going off at some point and just, yeah. So it's not that bad. Rock Slide's working well. Ooh, Infused Scales. Metamorphosis. I do like it. Because, like, depleting the spell and gaining, like, 2 power for each charge is really good. Right? But I don't gain anything out of that other than just depleting a spell and gaining the power. And I have to spend 12 to do it. But with my build, I could do it on this and gain a 5 cost die back. So technically I'd only spend like 3 on it, in a way. If I get that, plus the Impure Offering and everything else. Flourish seems interesting, but not really that. Infused Scales is the other one I'm kind of looking into. Because it means I get those high cost die back down to low cost die and then spend them again, plus it's defensive also. Which is kind of what I'm going for. So it allows me to reuse die in a particular way. I don't think I'm going to infuse scales, although Metamorphosis, I really do like the look of that. And it would allow me then to go into Wild Strikes instead. And get rid of the Bulwark. Let's try it. Let's try it. So, Impure Offering kind of is the thing that I'm looking to keep, right? The Metamorphosis is my power scaling. This helps me get die for that. And then my payoff card technically is Wild Strikes, right? But for the moment I think Wild Strikes is too expensive. And I want to keep the Thorn Lash in. Maybe. Do I? No, I can chuck ones and stuff into there, and I don't need the Thorn Lash. Like, it's too slow, and this just deals more damage in the long run. And I've won with Thorn Lash before, haven't I? Also won with Wild Strikes, but I think this fits the build better. Plus the extra hit on this will be insane. Yeah, maybe we'll get into, like, deplete spells somewhere. We'll take the small heal, because I can then get rid of something. We'll do Earth Spike for now, because that's the worst one out of the lot. Increase by 5, if able to remove 1 blessing. Intervention. Interesting. I like that. Instinct, apply marked and 1 a days. Kind of cool. I've run a run with this before, but it was applying just the marked, and it was a good one. But that's before the update and the changes. Spring into action, I always do like spring into action, but we'll reroll, see what there is. Fleeting Might. Interesting. Pulverize. And if you had to remove 1 blessing. So removing the blessing is interesting. Because they changed that rather than just having blessing to removing it. I'll pick up the Pulverize and keep that just in case we decide to swap things around, right? Because again, this is something that allows you to reuse die, which is kind of what I'm looking to do with higher cost ones. I just need something that adds extra instead of losing it, right? I must be able to get enough block. That is the first thing I need to be able to do. Which we kind of can. Deal 5 first, deal on 3, we get a 5 back. Put that in there, and then we'll Fortitude it up. And then you get +1. We take 1 chip, but that's fine. Plus now I have enough damage to actually kind of kill this if I want to go for that sort of strike on there. In a way. I think I will. At least try to. Right? So I need 5, which is just a 4. And maybe I'll get lucky and get like another 6 back. We did, cool. I didn't need to go for the full amount there with Fortitude, but I do want to start scaling my defense before this guy starts adding power to himself, which is probably going to happen fairly soon. Ooh, a 5. This at least gives me something, and then we'll just max this out so I can put it somewhere. Which I guess in this case will be Impure Offering. I just take the hit. You're not having good luck. Mind you, I do have the Metamorphosis here. I'm taking 4 damage, but I could get more defense back though. And also maybe get a chance to scale him down enough to where I could... Nice, an extra 3. Which gives me the Impure Offering. Nice. Yeah, it's not bad, actually. Don't really care about that. Rock Slide I do care about, because it's how I generate other stuff as well. So I guess we go 1 and 2. Go 12. That gives me 4 power. Get a 6 back. We get this defense. Wrap that up, and then put that into there. So I can almost one-shot this just with 1 card now. No, I still need that to go in there. I can't use that, so that's 4, 3. So I guess we're just... Like, this isn't enough, and that's the problem. And with them gaining more defense... I guess we just deplete this then. Gain the barrier still, we don't need the defense. We don't need the damage. The extra reroll. Yeah. Get the damage that way, yeah. I think that was better. Two 6s, delightful. The perfect amount of block. Okay, so we got the 8, so I can kill this off straight away. But should I? No, I think we don't worry. We just do this, get the stun on it. I get more damage on it as well. And then we just chuck that and that. I block that anyway. This dies. An interesting way to go. Metamorphosis. Metamorphose. Metamorphize. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I pronounce it wrong every single time. It is fine. So yeah, this is 12 times 3, right? I need to get the fence up though, so we'll do that first. Nice. I mean, we actually win here, but fine. We'll go for the win. Oh no. Yeah, I was just saying. I was like, what? It is fine. We take the win. We'll move on. Dreadstone. I do like Dreadstone. I think it's really good. To run a spell Ignite is kind of... Is the Ignite bad in my setup? Kind of, but not really. Like, it may stop me from casting particular spells, but then other spells I don't really care about, like, unless I want to set them off, so I could work around it. But Dreadstone is just way too good. Like, this is just so overpowered. Even up the damage on it, I still take it. That's how broken that is. They put it to 4 damage instead of 3, and I still don't even care. Combat start, receive 2 curse. Ugh, not good. I need the good setup. Rolling a die value, apply 1 weak to myself. That's actually fine. I gain mana symmetry to duplicate die. Yeah, I'll take that. Like, it's just going to affect the give me weak, but I don't really care about weak, so we're going to be scaling anyway. With that though, I will trade the mana symmetry for Impure Offering, because it basically does the same thing. It gets me more die, but this gets me die on the turn. And it could get me any die rather than that, or just duplicate 2 die with buffs. And the buffs could be pretty good. And do we gamble on 2 elite fights? I want to go shop anyway, so let's go. Cast around its target. Epiphany just seems great. Especially for this build. Bramble Growth. which gives me 4 block on deplete, or 7 if we go that. So we can just gain this. So essentially, for this particular build, it is a better Thornlash. Because I can choose to gain the thorns or just gain the block and still be able to gain block out of it while doing so. So that's something I might pick up. Omnipresence, reroll, gain foresight, kind of cool. Do get a lot of 6s, but Gaze from Beyond, I don't think this card will ever be good. Just because you can always outscale that damage eventually. Right? And it's just so expensive for what it is. And can't do anything else. What's this? Cultivate Might. So on an odd, which is a 5, gain block, or gain power on an even, which is 1 power. See, that's just so much better than that as an upgrade, because the power difference, because you just put 2 in there, and it gives you the option to gain block differently. I don't think that's worth it either. Can I sell a spell? I could probably sell a spell. I think Impure Offering can go now, because we've got the mana symmetry, which does the same thing as it, pretty much, for what I was looking for to do. Let's gain myself an artifact. Health loss, gain that. Every 10th roll, non-roll is 6. Gain 4 thorns. Extra thorn start, that could be interesting. No, we've done thorns build before. Let's get that 6 rolling. Because I roll a good amount of die as well, right? We do roll a good amount of die. Now, do I want to get Thornlash, is the question. I mean, not the Thornlash, the Bramble Growth. Like, for me, I think it's better than Thornlash. I don't think Pulverize is coming back in to this build now, with what I've got the setup-wise. So I could sell one of these and get the Bramble Growth. Then I got a chance to pivot out of this particular build. Oh, this one into a Thorn build if we need to. Right? Ah, the Crones! It's been a while since I've seen you. It's been a while. So, what are we doing? What's the first turn? Should we duplicate the 2 here? No, we'll just duplicate the normal 2. Because that way we can just do this straight off the bat. And start chipping one guy down. Do we do the Healy guy, or... No, we just do that guy. It gives me a 6. 6 and 6 go in there. And then... Oh yeah, we can do this. This. Don't need to worry about weakness. I don't care about weakness. Let me set myself up. Because this is the cast and random spell, but target spell every 3 turns is way too good. I really do mean that. This is like, it's insanely good. Extra die. Take 3, do it again. Another 5, so we've got 1 6. Upgrade this. I need the defense. So in this case, we'll take away the... No, not the regrowth. Actually, the regrowth is fine. Then we can just set this up for a quick cast. It's fine, like, they don't heal too much, like, they do a bit of damage. But 8, 3, 24? So we cast this on the rock slide. Gives me a 5. 2 6s can go in there. Like, this is the whole point of why we're doing what we're doing. I don't need to worry about anything else, then we just do this to cast the damage. Right? I literally had die I couldn't use. Okay, so after this fight, we got to unlock the extra space to at least put something that allows you to block. So when I get the opportunity to cast the Epiphany, it's insane, right? Yeah, duplicate the 3 or duplicating the 2 gives me the ability to cast this straight away, right? That's great, that's a 5. And a 4. So 2 6s. I guess we just set up the Epiphany again. For Wild Strikes this time though. Like I said, I should be able to kill this next turn anyway. Duplicate the 2. It is best to do the damage, right? Actually. No, it's not. I don't want to do the damage this turn. Okay, we apply weakness across there. There we go. Because the difference was is the other guy would have got buffed, and I was like, I don't really want to deal with that. I'd rather deal with it when, like a turn like this, I take a lot more damage out, right? Just by taking the 12 out here. So, I have a 4 I can play straight away. We'll dupe the 3 first, though, to get the 4. Then we'll cast this on this, get the 6. We'll double barrier up. Not quite a kill though. And we don't fully defend, but it's fine. The fact that you keep sap on me is very annoying. 18. Ah, my bad. I forgot I should defend first on that. I have enough for Wild Strikes, which I think is a kill. Yeah. I can never do math sometimes, I'm terrible. Extra potion, extra that. Terraform. Oh, a 6 gain delay block. We got a good amount of 6s. Blessing that. Ooh. Ooh. The blessing. Gleam exterior. Well, I think this. Because I don't really care. I'm using the Epiphany stuff. Like, duplicating any die is a lot better. Or just duplicating a die twice. So this gives me an extra 6 or a 5 or a 4. This will give me a 3 into a 9. So basically I get 12 max out or 9 max out depending on what I want. I think I upgrade. I want to upgrade this to there. But I think I should get this and put in a defensive option. I can always use like when I need to. But then if I'm doing that, I want to downgrade this to be able to use that defensive option, right? Like get this to 8 so it's easier to cast as well. Terraform is kind of my option for defense here, which gives me good setup. The X block is nice as well as an upgrade if we're going that route, but not really going upgrades on them. Yeah, this isn't getting upgraded, so I want something that's just good out the gate. Which I guess Rampart is, right? It's on a 6, -1 countdown, so it's a chance to cast itself sometimes, and it can also be used for the purpose of just like taking away stuff while I can still cast other things, I think. Gain power. Well, we gain power a different way, so we don't really care about that. +2 to random, +4, +3. Fortune's Favor seems really good. And target losing health. We'll eventually get them down anyway. I think Fortune's Favor is the roll. Because again, it helps me cast higher cost things, I guess. Is it though? Or do we just get more power? And power is really good. I do like it. But do I need it? Like, this is the thing. Like, do I need it? What actually saves me from particular issues, right? So this is my cast off for the Metamorphosis and the Wild Strikes, which is what we're going to be using to kind of win the game. In particular, target losing health we don't really care about unless you want to one-shot something in particular, but late game that's not going to be something we can do. Fortune's Favor is nice because it could just give me more die to play, but I'm already not spending them all when I use the big turn, so do I really care about it that much? Not really. Or reroll. -4 to all countdowns, that's actually pretty good. Enchant all die or roll 3 sapling die, that's extra die for the next turn, which does help with mana symmetry and can be used there. And you could use that in other turns opposite to the Epiphany. Yeah, -4 on all these doesn't really do much because I still have to cast stuff. I think Cultivation is the way to go. Just thinking about it, right? So, like, I use this to set the turn up, and then I use this the turn afterward on the same turn to get the next turn to be good as well. So I use them both on the same turn, so I have 2 quick good turns. Yeah, we'll leave then. Don't let me do anything. At least that's the theory, right? Oh, great, this thing. This thing. Not my brightest or proudest moment facing this guy. I've lost him so many times in different ways that I'm kind of embarrassed. Mainly it's because I just didn't have enough damage to actually out DPS him, right? This gives me 5, which gives me more block, but I don't need more block. We could just set this up, and then these go in Metamorph. Is it Metamorphosis? No, it's not Metamorphosis, because Morphoize. Morphise? Man, that's boggling my mind. That's like bad grammar in my head. My brain just doesn't like it. Yeah, so, oh. What? Oh, it's because we got weakened to 6, which is really annoying. Does this still deal damage, though, is my question. I guess we won't bother finding... I guess we can't really test the waters with that. Guess we should have tested the waters. Ouch. Ouch indeed. I'll gain that there, I'll gain that there. That 5 goes there, and that also goes there as well. Oh, that was the 6, damn. We take a bit of a beating. Game, that's not fair. 6s are the ones that drop my value. Okay, anyway. Casting target spell. We'll leave that for next turn, right? This turn we just need to defend again. We use this, attack 1. You're the rear one, cool. I can figure that out, that's fine. Duplicate that, give me the ignite off. That's fine. Now we can defend easily. Take a bit of damage, so I will set this off on that. No point casting this if I gain 4 power. So, here, we cast target random spell, or target spell. Do it on that, use this one, get rid of it. Don't care, we gain the power. Then cast this, so we got the setup for next turn. We duplicate the 2, because I want the extra 2 here. Use the even on this one. Okay. Now you're gone. I should have waited for that, because it takes to take damage. Then use that and that. Gain some barrier, set myself up for defending. And then my next turn can be madness. Stop playing weak to me, it's not fair. The game hates me. The game truly does hate me. Okay, you're the fake one, that's fine. Still do the 9 to this, because it's better than doing anywhere else. I take a bit of chip. Thanks, I'm an idiot. A 6 and a 6, we go on to that. So we got 13 damage. And cool. Okay, so that Wild Strikes will only kill 1 off now, right? Doesn't do anything else other than that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, it only gives me 1, like 2 more, doesn't it? Not enough to kill. But... give me a 1. Didn't want that. So I can't kill with this, right? Cast random spell, hope it's good. We'll duplicate this first then. That's probably one of the better ones to get, I guess. I still survive. So that, and one of them. Still not enough. This knocks out 14 though, by triggering this. Yeah, it's best to do that. Oh. 3 times? 45? Oh. I don't know, was the math wrong on that, or was I wrong? I was so confused. Roll a Glimmer Die. Gleaming Force is the kind of get out card that I kind of want just to be able to use when I cast this on repeat. I think the extra hit on this is still good enough, because it's just going to make sure the power scales even quicker. Getting the power off though, we do that anyway, don't we? So yeah, I get this goes here for the moment. I'll just duplicate any die. Increase my payoff. We'll increase the payoff first. I think that's better. Gleaming Force is nice because it has more uses. think. Because I actually have something I can use then. Right? I get that back. Plus I scale power more quickly with it. Nah. I'll pick it up though. It's worth selling. It is worth selling. It's having a think about, like, what do I need? How do I benefit from it, right? Because that, to me, is more important. We apply weak now to everything with these die. Cool. So I guess we'll try and take the little guy at the back out first then. You roll a 6. And then I guess you must just cast this here. Because that's then 2 die that I don't need to lose. And I fully defended. Cool. I'm slowly just chipping away at, like, one particular guy. Which is kind of funny to me. Defend. Defend. Another 6. Use that and that. Let's cast a ramp up. That way gain some power as well. And I guess then we pop these in there. Target spell, enchant all. What are we doing? What are we doing? 4 8's 32, so I could get this down to pretty much have a kill on him. Right, then I have to worry about one of them. A 6, delightful. That would be a kill. No, we just, I guess we cast that for no reason, no. Guess we, yeah, chant both of those, sapling. We've already defended everything, so we don't need to worry about anything else. Again, here we just do this into that. Set my defense up first, isn't it? Yeah. 1. Keep that. Cast it again. Into the 6. Good old wild strikes. It's been fun. I've missed you. I still can't actually defend this. I thought I got the kill on that, but whatever. The game decided that I didn't. To be honest, the rock slide enough is just good enough. I might be overcomplicating with trying to use wild strikes for, like, the burst, right? See silence. 1 silence die. Interesting. Blocking. Earthquake could be pretty good. We'll reroll these though. Get 1 blessing, roll a die for each blessing. Relief. Don't gain a blessing, but you roll 2 die for each blessing. Or drop it down to 7, which is now 5. So for 5, you get to reroll itself. That's so good with this on the countdown -2 one. I should pick a relief because it's better to sell. So is Wild Strikes actually worth it? I hate to say it, I think it's not. And I really do hate to say it. Right? I think I go this way round. I'll keep it for now and just see it now. Is this going to take too long with this setup? I can spend more die is the question, is like the thing, right? I'll try it out for a fight. I'll try it out for a fight. Because the issue I have with the setup, right? I have to give up the thing here to get the play that I want to make, I think. Like defense and stuff. Or do I? No, I don't. I'm being greedy. And I guess we'll try and take you out first. We'll take a bit of damage. Get the brambles up though. That does work on the deplete. Interesting. Didn't think it did. It's nice to know. So guess we'll set this to 2. Duplicate it. I can't do any damage with that, so that's fine. Guess we're doing this into this to do the bramble growth then. So we can get some damage. So applying the weak. Start trying to chip at this guy. Another 5. Nice. Put a 6 in there. Gain 2 levels of fortitude. Still not a full block, is it? That's insane. And I guess, yeah, we'll just enchant all these with sapling, right? Give me all the weak, why not? And there's 6, great. Could just gain some thorns here actually. And still gain the power as well. Nice. Now, is this technically better, is my question. Like, is this, like, technically a better way of doing it? I need to gain this first before I can do anything, so I can do this. Right. That gives 11, which I take the chip damage for anyway. I can turn that into another 6. Set that up. Now I assume we need more defense. I can't gain any 4s. At least not the normal way for blocks and stuff. So I guess we just cast a random spell and use it on that to gain power as well, which I probably should have just done straight away. Do that into that to gain other dice I can cast. I do gain more thorns though with this build. I don't think it's as bursty. But do I think I would have struggled with the other one? Probably a little bit more, because I wouldn't have gained as much defense in the early game. a tough decision, right? Gain defense first here. Just kill that one off. It's a tough decision. Roll monolith, I will reroll those. Okay. Spirit arrows, you have convinced me. You are the one I want in this setup. We don't need the bramble growth. We'll keep that in there as well. And then I guess we're just gonna oh, we can't even disenchant now. We can. Disenchant spell. The wild strikes, so we can get our thingy back. Do I want any of these? Not really, so we'll just skip. Because I'd rather not worry about it. And then that... Gain extra charge 4 times. I go to 5 though. For a 5 on that. Or 4 twice. 4 twice is pretty good for the extra charge. And I think that's more important. Because that's going to be more damage out for overall for a turn. I would like to do it 5 times, but we're going to do it 4 times, okay? We're going to go with the whole Spirit Arrows. Instead of Wild Strikes. I will admit, it was a very tough decision to make that. Like, knowing that Wild Strikes probably won't benefit me out in the long run. And having to make that decision as well. Was hugely difficult. Between that, I can actually cast this now for just like 1. Like, that's the other thing about it, right? This gives that being a 6 next turn. No, we saved that cast to roll the extra die for the other turns. Because they both go up at the same turn, right? I'd rather keep them at the same rate for boss fights in particular. So we duplicate the 2, we do that damage and that damage. We have a 6, nice. 6 and 6 can go there. Technically we can get 10, so we're already fully blocked, so why not? Use that on the rampart. Now here, we get 4. Five damage 4 times. I can't guide the damage, but in a one-on-one, it's way too good. So we do this again. Straight away. Rampart. There, done. Put that in there, because I need to get like some falls, something to trigger my damage up. Roll 3 of those, because they're going to be worthwhile anyway. Heal damage. Do it again. Gives me a 5. Plus 3 to everything. Might as well, right? Because like this turn's gonna be huge. It is a massive turn. Gain armor first. There's a kill. You're the one that gives weakness, don't you, and stuff, which is really annoying to deal with. And then a 6, 5, a 1, 2 that. And then we do this. $13 damage 4 times. repeat. Let me do that. The overflow is so good. I love the overflow mechanic. I think it's like severely underrated in like how useful it can be now in comparison to where it was before, right? And I guess we'll start attacking the rest of them, shall we? I'm liking this though, like they both do like the same amount of damage. Which is kind of funny. The other thing is, like, I can force the cast on this sometimes, but it won't cast the thing I want it to, right? But I can actually cast this now, regardless, so we'll do that. And again, up the DPS we have. Stop applying me with weak, it's not fair. We'll do that first. We'll cast this again. On that. That's now all gone. I kind of have to do this to get 2 4s to trigger what I want. Because, is this more damage? Eh. I just like throwing spirit arrows at things, you know? I just prefer doing it. Like 16 damage 4 times. So much more fun if I can get it to work. I think we just fully defend up this turn, actually. I don't need to do anything else. Duplicate this die, because that's like the best thing I can do. Like a 5 can't go anywhere. Guess I can go here. A 6. Into a 4 and a 3. Nice. Man, that's some weird and wacky math I can pull out with this now, isn't it? That is some weird and wacky math. I will admit, it does make the runs more difficult in the sense of, like, what you're trying to do. That's a 6. I have a problem. I only have a 1 here. No, we can still cast the 4. So I guess we'll get it off twice then? And then 4 more times. And I missed everything that I wanted to hit. Yeah, the duplication on this being everything is going to be the next important one to get. Because the amount of times I'm having issues with just being able to cast what I want to be able to cast is kind of now reaching that point, right? We'll just defend here and I should be able to get the kill off this. Okay, game. gonna say. Avoid everything except the main things I want you to kill. Okay. So this is kind of terrible for me, right? Because just doesn't. Because I want to be reusing die. Destroying die after 10 dice cast is not great either. But I think the Balanced Mana Pearl is another good option here. Because I want to be casting on odd turns to set myself up to then just go, like, every other turn I will be one or the other. On enemy death, receive 4 curse. Not bad. Receive 1 damage. For each charge left on the spell, and I reduce health loss by 1. At the start of each round. By losing health from an enemy attack, apply broken to a random spell. I'm actually happy with that. That's fine. I think. Yeah, I think I got enough ways to get around that. Plus the gold is pretty good. This, though, is interesting. So at the end of each turn, if I haven't used all casts, I have to then take damage. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. I might ruin my run with it, but I'm going to try it. And go this route. Yeah, because I would like to go two elites again. I'm going to try 2 elites, see how we go from there. These runs are going to get longer and longer now because I'm going to have to really like, think about all my plays and everything else, so it's been a one hell of a game. So let's just start going through the stuff we've got to use first, right? Thing we want to start taking out, well, we can't do anything to you straight away. I think you gain power on repeat, don't you? But you give everything power, and you're going to be annoying by giving stuff I can't target. Not that won't matter later anyway. That's a 6. We need some barrier. Do that again. So I'm taking damage from this anyway, because I can't use anything on it. This would allow me to reduce its stuff by 1. Cool. It does. I do block the damage. That's what I was trying to think then. Does that like hit my block or not? And it hits my block, so we're all good. We are all good. Do up the 1. Use this. Because that first turn is the turn that I always got to watch out for. At least in my opinion. Do that and that. That and that. Then... Really, you transform so I couldn't get the damage on you. So unfair. Cool. Duplicate 2. Oh, I mucked that up straight away, didn't I? Oh well. I do stupid stuff all the time. Cool, that's better. So I can use the 3 and the 4 there, so we can at least get that off to then do that. Start chipping away again. And we'll hold on to that. I am taking a lot more damage than I thought I would. Oh, cool, you just trigger straight away. Nice. A 6. Then we use a 5 here. Get the 5 armor. Do 8 damage 3 times twice. Right? I could do it 4 times twice. So I take an extra hit from this. My bad. I've got to remember to think about my casts when I'm doing stuff like that. But now, like, this is just dead, so... that's the main thing. Once I get the power modifier, it's game over. Wild Strikes is back. I'm sorry, Wild Strikes, you would have been good, but no. Gaia's Wrath. Interesting. Interesting. I'll pick it up. It's worth selling at the store. If I had one. Go 20 damage to front enemy. Pox. On ones, we destroy and gain Barrier and Fury. Ooh. Yeah, why not? I lose the Fortify, but I gain a Shard. Yeah, actually, I'll take that. Like, I don't mind losing the ring here. Because I could get, like, the upgrade on being able to cast this more often, rather than gaining the power. Plus, the power gain could be really good, though. I think this, on the duplication, on anything, is a lot better. Because it could allow me to cast the bigger stuff more often. In theory. Ah, it's the Healy guy. Oh, you're gonna... Yeah, you're dangerous to me. You are dangerous to me. Indeed. Yes. I have just realized the problem I'm going to be facing here. I don't know why I actually defended up there. I didn't need to do that. Just cast this, at least a little bit. Guess I did need to. I can duplicate anything now as well, isn't it? So it's not like I'm just beholden to having to have a 6 or stuff. Anyway. Do that, put 2 4s. Take damage. Six goes there. That goes there. Heal for ×2 of the value. Guess that's fine. I'm already defended, so I don't need to defend anymore. We'll try and cast this then. Do that first. The issue I have is like, oh, why poison? Oh, poison to these guys, I see. So it kind of wants me to kill them all off. Ouch. Ouch indeed. I don't want to give those up because they're really good to go into here. The thing is, I take like damage from them anyway, don't I? Fine. If I do this, so I take all the damage. But it might be better to take it all now, rather than actually taking chips here and there I can deal with, I guess. You're already full life, so doing this doesn't make a difference. Uh, 32. Let's see how much damage I take. I took 8. Just them having that much damage is what's hurting me the most. Right? Yeah, I take 1 from that, that's good. Okay. So I can kill that off if I actually get this cast. Which I can do. I gotta try and defend, so I'll do this first, because I think that's the better way around it. Let you heal, because I've got nothing better to do here either. Play the 6. Just get more defense. Try to, at least. Just do this 3 times? No, I'm gonna kill myself if I do that. See, targeted damage is really annoying. I've got to do it, haven't I? Problem is, in this boss fight, Wild Strikes would have just been as bad. Like, that's the other problem I have, is Wild Strikes would have just been just as bad. Oh cool, it just heals you instead. Guess we'll up that to 4. Do that there. That to 6. I can take that, which should take 5 now. Nah, so that dies anyway. Right. Then we set that up. It's the poison that's really annoying. Take 22. Take 17. I know I can actually whittle this down a little bit. To a 6. The cast I die. Okay. Cast this on that to use it on the wild arrows. That's the main thing I've got to do, right? You can't do anything more than that. You've got to duplicate this die because it's got 2 on it. Then we've got to start taking some of these out, right? Could hit that, but that's pointless. Thank you, game, for at least helping me out a little bit. That's fine. Like, at this point, I'm having trouble getting around the math on this anyway. Like, the amount of damage this thing can put out is my problem. And that's why I'm struggling more with it. Because not only after I take all this chip damage, it's also everything else as well. And I just can't keep up with the DPS output. Less damage per turn now. Yeah, Siphon on that's fine. I could try and cast a random spell, but I think it would just hurt me more. I'm going to try and cast this next turn. I think I got a good chance of killing that. Oh, no. Nice. That gets rid of all those. Still alive. That's fine, and then you're dead. Oh, thank you. Now, don't muck this up. Fortitude first, 629, gone. Okay, that was down to the wire. Sorry, it was not. I didn't say very much there. I was really trying to concentrate. Oaken Self is fine. Get rid of Earthbane. Ooh. No, don't start encounter. Scaling you better. -3 on 6. No, because you'll start casting yourself. I don't really need that. I think getting that off cheaper is better. And then we'll try and give that a go. But yeah, that was one of the worst setup fights I could ever have. He says while having that as a start. gently killed me. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I will still put this up because I think it's absolutely hilarious, and that was probably one of the most funniest runs I've ever had as well. An interesting build, right? An interesting build. Like the Metamorpho, the Metamorphize? Metamorphoine? I don't know how to pronounce that word. My brain is not functioning. But yeah, it's not a bad setup. I just got one of probably some of the really horrible boss fights for the Spirit Arrows, and yeah, we just kind of couldn't deal with what we had there. But yeah, anyway, again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.